Our job is to make sure that we identify, that we create solutions.
We all have the power and the capacity to make positive change, and that's why I'm here today.
To all learn from each other, because if we don't, how are we actually going to defeat what's going on out there?
We are going to continue to find opportunities to work together to protect consumers all over the world from scams. So we need action, we need solutions every step of the way.
Good morning, everyone. One more time. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm here to welcome all of you back as we kick off the second day of the Global Anti-Scam Summit. I'm Michelle Sibilla, Director of Account Integrity at Amazon. I know it's early, but I can already see the energy carried over from yesterday, pulled into today's room. It's really fun to see everyone back, and looking ahead to today's agenda gets me excited. I'll talk about that in just a moment. On a personal note, a little bit about me. At Amazon, I work out of the Tempe, Arizona office. 75 and sunny. We're making arrangements, maybe, I think we need a little bit more space there, but certainly a destination in December, if anyone's looking. I lead a global team. I'm in Tempe. Most of my teams are concentrated in Seattle and San Diego, as well as India and Costa Rica. Contributing partners worldwide, including here in DC. My teams are responsible for protecting Amazon accounts all up. We protect our customers from bad actors and from criminals, and these folks are people who are interested in committing fraud, abuse, executing impersonation scams or any scams, whether it be on or off our stores. And so we wake up every day motivated to make a difference in this space, and we're really proud to be here today. Looking back at yesterday, the topics in the agenda have set us up well for what we're getting started with today. More on that again in a minute. As a first-time attendee, I wasn't here last year, but I wanted to share maybe two things that stood out for me. The first is I cannot help but recall and admire the brave and powerful survivor stories, Lori and others. Hearing those stories are helping us understand and learn how to fight back. Those stories and the deep dives that go into them are helping us learn, preventing and eliminating scams and the people who execute them, helping us learn from what the dynamics are and kind of the way that impersonation scams evolve and wind up infecting and harming so many people. It's that learning and that deep connection. Behind every statistic, there's a person, there's a family, there's a story. And I know for me, not only do I admire the courage, I use it to inspire, and hopefully all of us today will use it to inspire and understand why the work we do is so important. My second takeaway is, as a technologist at Amazon, it's easy for me to see how technology plays a crucial role in what we're doing. But it's ultimately the human connections that we're building that'll be the true catalyst for change. And on that, if I think about yesterday, Catherine kicked us off in the morning. Jorij and Abigail, each throughout the day, really highlighted that that's what makes this community so impactful. It's the people, it's the collaboration. We're not just here to talk about collaboration, we're here to make it happen. Each of you. So I don't know if you do this. Usually before I head out for a conference like this, I know I'm going to be away from my normal day for my normal work week for a couple of days. I try and set an objective. What is the one thing I want to make sure that I take away from the time that I spend at the event? And yesterday, I'll say, was a time for all of us to focus on the problem. The agenda and the speakers really reinforced our understanding of what we're facing from all angles. But today is a day to build on that momentum and make a shift forward. Today is about solutions. It's about action. It's about what we'll do together next. So let us center our approach today by not just asking, how can we, but building concrete plans for how will we. The connections we make today, the commitments we share, and the actions we take will strengthen our ability to protect consumers worldwide. Stated differently, stay focused on action. We're going to work together, collaborate. These are our themes. And this is our moment to scale the solutions beyond what any of us could achieve individually. With that, I would like to introduce to the stage, ahead of another productive day, Jorij Abraham. Welcome, Jorij. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Got it. Yes, let's do it louder. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. I'm going to repeat a little bit of what we presented yesterday because we have new people in the room. We also have a lot of people online. So I'm going to first explain why we're here. Also, like yesterday, I shared with you, we do a study amongst 50,000 consumers every year globally. And the amount of people being scammed always keeps surprising me. 23% of the global population shared with us that, yes, I lost money in a scam, which is a ridiculous percentage. And what we should not forget is that the people who are actually scammed the most are not us in America or in Europe, it's the one in developing nations such as Brazil, Argentina, Africa, Southeast Asia. I also shared yesterday this with you, that everybody can get scammed. And as many of you actually emailed me, hey George, GASA brand is being abused, you should take action. Because this was not an email from us, well, actually it was, but we have the tradition of scamming our audience. What was very interesting is that actually the scam went through because we got some new numbers in. So now actually 120 people clicked on the link of the email we sent them to get to the free GASA swag store. 15 people added products to their basket, and we got an additional credit card, and I would like to thank that person personally. But I also would like to thank Oscar from Wojtek from Mexico. He was the first one to send me a huge alert email. Hey, Jorij, a GASA brand is being abused. So, Oscar, this swag will be waiting for you at the GASA booth. Thank you very much. So what the Global Anti-Scam Alliance does is bring together all the stakeholders, governments, law enforcement. We have representatives here from Singapore, United Kingdom, Australia, Thailand, and United Arab Emirates, and several other countries working together to fight scams, together with the commercial sector, and really find better solutions to protect consumers. As I said also yesterday, we do a lot as the Global Anti-Scam Alliance. We share intelligence. We have now nearly weekly a meetup where we share new modus operandi or discuss a new policy. We have this summit not only in America, but also in Asia, also in Europe, together with our government partners. We do a lot of research, but we are now in Solution Day. And in Solution Day, we really want to take the next step. So not only talking, not only sharing, not only networking, but really try to define better solutions. And GASA is also trying to really take the lead here. And I'm very happy that in January this year, we launched with Google and the Oxil Research Lab the Global Signal Exchange, and now more than 30 members have joined of GASA, including Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and many, many others. And it's working, and I really can recommend you to go to the data sharing track this morning and learn more about the Global Signal Exchange. We also have worked on our chapters because, yes, we are a global organization, but we think it's crucial that more action is taken on a national level. So last year we launched the North America chapter, which Niels Muller is leading. We now have Cici and Renata in Mexico and in Brazil taking the lead, getting all the stakeholders together on a national level. Brian in APAC leading several chapters, and we're working very hard on launching MENA and Africa, because we know that it's crucial also on a national level to work together and build up the structure, which is in the end needed globally. We also have several working groups we're going to launch in 2026, and you're very much invited to join these. The working groups we're launching are consumers, are focusing on awareness, education, and victim support, prevention and intervention. What can we do? What can we learn from each other? But also, how can we improve or set a standard for KYC? How can we help companies make it more difficult for scammers to abuse their platforms? Enforcement is really focused on catching the scammer. We have a huge problem. According to the World Economic Forum, 0.05% of the cyber criminals are actually being prosecuted. It's basically a free crime at the moment. So how can we catch the scammers is the goal of the enforcement working group. Research, as I said, we do a lot of research, but we want to do that together with our members and partners. What do we need to learn? Where can we improve? So we are not only sharing more research, which is also done by the Scientific Academy Society, but also doing more research ourselves to better understand how we can protect consumers. And finally, data sharing, where we already have the Global Signal Exchange as a very concrete live platform where more than 1 million signals are shared every day. But we also want to facilitate more discussion. So how can we find a better balance between the need for privacy and sharing data so that people and companies especially feel more willing to share data with the Global Signal Exchange? And we're launching next year 2 new solutions together with our members. One is scam.org and the other one is continuous anti-scam education. And I want to use the last 5 minutes before they drag me off stage to tell you a little bit more about that. Scam.org is really meant to unite all the resources and efforts of our members into a place where people can find it easily. As I said before, the people who are actually getting scammed the most are the people who really need it the least, and those are in the developing nations. There's very little tools available to learn about scams, to get educated on scams, to report scams, and get victim support. And that's what we want to do with scam.org. We want to make it easier for these people to learn about scams. So we're working with our members, and the first 5 you see below, to make it easier for people to check for scams. So with Scam Advisor, Mozo, Spam House, Netcraft, we're going to offer a feature where people can type in a website, an email address to check, hey, is this a legit website? Or what can you share about this phone number? But together with victim support organizations, and hopefully with AARP in the US, but with Victims Support Alliance in Australia, we're going to help these people if they have been a victim. A chatbot is great at answering questions, but it's not the hug people need. And that's something AARP and the Victim Alliance in Australia can support. And we hope to connect more victim support organizations to the platform to give the people who have been a victim of a scam more support. Could we play the video, please? Would that be possible? So this gives you an impression. We know that often people check if a website is legit or a scam, and we're using the resources of our members to answer that question, and then also redirect them to our partners to learn more. But then we want to take the conversation further. So if they paid with PayPal, okay, the first thing you need to do is contact PayPal. And then we also like to know, see how we can help the person more, what actually happened, and how can we identify the scam, and then share that data via the Global Signal Exchange to our members and partners. So for the record, this is just, we're working on it very hard. I actually had hoped to show you the first real live demo, but my credit card got blocked and the bot is no longer working, so we need to work on that one. But in January, we hope to release the first alpha release and also get your feedback. A big part of scam.org will be the education platform. As already Niels presented yesterday, we have a global issue. 73% of the global population thinks they can recognize scams. 10% even thinks they can recognize any scam. And as a result, people don't want to be made aware of scams. They don't want to be educated. So that's a real significant challenge. And yes, in America, Americans and people in Australia are even more confident than the global average. And gentlemen, we have a problem. We are getting scammed more than the ladies. So what we want to do is actually offer continuous education. We've learned that awareness campaigns, well, they're of course necessary. People don't remember it for a very long time. And the awareness campaigns often focus on the rational, on the logic, take your time, think it through, which is the left brain. But while we're getting scammed, it's especially our right side brain, which is working. It's the emotion, it's the idea, okay, this is a great opportunity. So what we want to develop is a continuous education platform where we every week challenge the consumer with a question, a challenge, a question on scams. And we want to make it fun because we know that people don't want to be educated. So we have to put all the lessons learned from games like Fortnite into it. So we're going to offer coins. We are going to also put a little bit of fear in it that, hey, you need to protect your family more. We're going to reward it if they continue the streak. Every week another challenge. And yes, Abigail, this is a small hint. Love to talk about it further with you about the gift card part. I'll just give you an example where we really also need your help to make those questions fun.
Second, the site you'll access is a secure SpaceX protected space. You can deposit any of the listed cryptocurrencies without worrying about your assets one bit. If you make the minimum deposit, doubling your money is 100% guaranteed.
So I hope most of you already selected the right-hand side, but we know people will also click on the left-hand. Because yes, it's kind of funny, but good that you recognize the scam, but maybe your family will not. And that's just an example of a challenge we want to develop. So our plan is to slowly build up scam.org together with you in 2026. We will start with the protection and get help feature, educating the chatbot on how we can best help people who either are checking if something is a scam or are unfortunately already a victim. Then we want to launch the education platform in January and continue to develop it, and then expand the checking services also to include crypto, phone, and other services. And then slowly expand towards reporting, and we want to share that data of those reports with as many organizations as possible. So these are a little bit of our plans for 2026, and we hope you will join us in these efforts. For those online, welcome. A hybrid event is always difficult to host, so if you experience any problems, feel free to use the chat feature or reach out to partner@gasa.org. If you are a victim of a scam, please do not share that in the chat. We're very happy to help you via our email address and support you. And finally, before we introduce the next speakers, I would like to emphasize to all the speakers, we own you a very well-deserved GASA challenge coin. So if you are a speaker at our event and you haven't received the challenge coin yet, you can pick it up at the booth. And with that, I want to wish you a very good day. I hope to, at the end of the day, hear 1,000 more solutions to better protect people from scams. Thank you very much and have a great day.